What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the very last live stream before this channel crosses the threshold into 100,000 subscriber territory. Thank you so much to everybody. Sincerely, I'm going to keep saying it, and it's probably losing its meaning at this point, but sincerely, thank you so much for being a part of my channel. Whether you just recently subscribed or whether you're one of the people who's literally been here since the very beginning. This has been a little less than 4.5 year journey, and it's just been amazing. Before we get started tonight, I do want to say, if you don't know, I feel like this is kind of making the rounds. Myself and of course so many people were just deeply saddened to hear that Elijah Isham has passed away. And I'm sure, most of you know who Elijah Isham is. His work is extremely recognizable. It's one of those things where if you see one of his designs, you know who made it right away. And that's something really special when you can identify that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I knew him very well or that we were friends at all. I spoke with him very briefly on Instagram, and he's a nice guy, and that's all I've ever heard. So this is something that I've heard repeated over and over and over again, and I agree. The knife world has become a substantially more boring place without his work. His work truly stood out. And it will always stand out. He's one of the most unique designers. Was one of the most unique designers that we, as the knife community, have could have ever been blessed with. I mean, really amazing. So down in the description, I have linked his episode with Knife Nuts podcast. If any of you want to listen to it, it's 3 years old. But Landon Trinan in my community tab actually mentioned that it was episode 16 for anybody who kind of wanted to get an idea of his personality. So you're welcome to check that out. But I just, wanted to say something here before we got started. So yeah, really just heartbreaking. Guys, how is everybody doing tonight? Boy, the, I don't want to, mix that in with everything and but it's just been an odd time, in the knife world for sure. Tonight is going to be a pretty laid back, just kind of hangout. We're not doing anything special. I didn't want to make a huge deal out of the at this rate, the channel will cross that 100,000 subscriber territory or that threshold. Sometime, possibly this weekend or early next week, which means we'll be doing the celebration for 100,000 subscribers next weekend. And I'll be giving away a whole bunch of really cool stuff, including the legendary scalpel that has unboxed almost everything on this channel. This was again made by Kiefer. Wonderful, wonderful guy. This was made by Kiefer out of an F-150 truck spring. And it's just been this long-running kind of fun thing that you're all very familiar with. So somebody's going to win that. And then I've got a bunch of other prizes. A couple of things that are not out on the table tonight, but some of the prizes are all the main prizes. This is a brand new Vero Axon that was donated by Joseph Vero. Very cool. These are very hard to get, very sought after. We have a very, very cool, one-of-a-kind signature series Winter Blade Co. Factor that was specially made for my 100,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you very much to Brian Winters for doing that. That is very cool. There's a couple of unique elements on this guy. And then, of course, my personal Demco AD20. This is the full size, not the Taiwan version, not the $150, not the $150 version of the AD20.5. This is the true American full size, full thickness, big boy. CPM 20 CV and extremely rare. This was mine for a bit. It was actually originally intended for my 50,000 subscriber giveaway until you guys voted for something else. So I ended up keeping that, but I want to make sure and give that back. So that's going to be something that a bunch of individuals will be able to get their hands on that stuff. I know you guys want entry details. There will be entry details for that live event sometime next week. I'll let you know exactly when the live stream is going to take place, and entry will occur probably in the live stream. But once you have that, once you have those entry details, you'll know exactly what's going on. So, anyway, sorry I've been talking. Let's see here. I would really like, I've been looking at all the designs, people posting, that they're carrying stuff that was designed by Elijah Isham, and I think that's really cool. And I know I feel like I'm pronouncing his last name incorrectly, and I feel terrible about that. I think it's Elijah Isham. I keep saying Isham, and I'm sorry about that. I just am terrible with pronunciation. I want to make sure and get that right. But I just think that's really cool, and I've seen a lot of, great, just really all day. It's just been a very I don't know how to put this into words, but I've spent a lot of time looking at posts and things on Instagram and just reading what people had to say, and yeah, it's been a day. So. Let's see. Miguel Andre says it's so weird hearing you on 1 times. Always watch your videos on 1.5. You're not alone, man. I've heard a lot of people. I must sound like this. What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we've got another super exciting or whatever. I probably sound kind of like that. Favorite band? Favorite band, like if we're talking, rock, like we're talking of all time, do I think the most talented bands of all time is a toss-up. If we're talking about my current favorite band in the metal genre, is probably Ice Nine Kills. If we're talking most talented bands, most talented band of all time, it's a toss-up between Kansas, the Eagles, and Journey. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know if I had to pick one, it'd be very difficult. No, this is not the 100,000 subscriber live stream. I am at 99.2K. The reason we're celebrating tonight, or doing it, we're not really celebrating. We're just just marking the end of this. This is a crazy milestone. So, this is the last live stream that I will do pre 100K. So if you're here, then however far this channel goes, you can remember joining me live before I hit 100,000 subscribers, I guess, if that is in any way important. It's odd for me. Christopher Little, thanks for the donation. Isham was my favorite designer. Breaks my heart that the Eterna will probably be long gone before I can afford one. I hope he's at peace now. Thank you very much for that donation. It's just more on that is, his designs were there are lots of designers out there that have made really great stuff, and they shift to a totally different design, and their design language is more or less lost from model to model. But there's something really satisfying about, and I'm sure you guys can say this with me, and I'm adding on kind of to what you're saying there. There's something really satisfying and heartwarming when you are able to look at you could imagine looking at a pile of knives. If there's even one design from Elijah in that pile, we can all pretty much pick it out immediately. In fact, it's probably going to be the one you point out first. You're going to see it, right? And I think that's really special. And I think pretty much anybody could have said that, it's just true. And I can't really put my finger on why that is so special to me, but it is, it's something that you kind of respect, even if it's something that you notice with a designer where the designs maybe aren't for you, not with just him, but anybody, maybe, the designs that you notice, right? The same, oh, that's that designer, right? Maybe they're not for you, but you can pick them out, right? And you kind of have this very special little place where you have this closed off section of respect for that designer, because you're like, yeah, I know that you did that. I can tell the same heart and soul is going into to each one of your designs. So Chris, I knew MC before he was famous. Am I famous? Am I famous now? I don't know. I don't know if that really counts. I'm very, very flattered to hit this milestone on YouTube, but I don't know if I can quite say famous yet. But I do. Thank you for the ego boost, though, very much. Again, I will urge you guys, now that there's a few more people in here, Landon Trinan brought this up on my community post. If you are curious, head on over to the first link in my description at any time and listen to the Knife Nuts podcast episode with Elijah Isham, Elijah Isham, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Listen to his podcast episode from 3 years ago with KNP. And while you're there, subscribe to Knife Nuts podcast. Absolutely. You're famous at my job. I followed him when he was pseudo famous. I kind of like pseudo famous right now. What's the Tamaskas knife? This is actually not Tamaskas. It's Mogatai. And this is a special version from Crane's Cutlery of the Riot Jack. This is the Riot Jack 1.5. They brought it back to life and did some special. This is actually an M398. Gigantic slabs of Mogatai on both sides, and it is a full integral with a Mogatai clip and a zirconium pivot collar. This is definitely one of my favorite knives in my collection. They ran about $1,000, and they're sold out now, but Crane's Cutlery does some really, really exciting exclusives. I have them linked right down in my description so you guys can check out what they, kind of the stuff that they do, and they've got some very exciting projects up and coming, so I urge you to check them out if you get a chance. So, what's the difference between Tamaskas and Mogatai? So, Mogatai is Mokume infused titanium Damascus, and Tamaskas is just plain titanium Damascus. So, you hear things like Zircotai, it's zirconium infused titanium Damascus. When you hear things like Mogatai, it's Mokume infused, and Mokume is like gold and I can't remember. Somebody can say that all the metals that are in Mokume. There's lots of jewelry that's just made out of Mokume by itself, which is, again, a type of Damascus that's multiple layers of different materials. And then, like, your standard Tamaskas is just layered titanium. So, is Nitro V a good steel? Yeah, it's one of those steels that you're going to see in the budgetary and the budget territory, and it's also steel that you're going to see in the custom knife world. It's kind of like CPM 154 or RWL 34. It's not necessarily a super expensive blade composition, but it's very, very well rounded. I believe Nitro V is pretty fine grained. It's also easy to work with and takes a very fine edge, which is why I think a lot of custom knife makers like to work with it. But yeah, it's very balanced as far as I understand. I am not somebody who is a metallurgist. I'm not somebody who makes knives or anything like that, but that's what I understand. Landon Shrine and Elijah Isham was truly a living legend in the knife community. By all accounts, he was a fantastic person, and his design language was iconic. Rest in peace. Thank you. Thank you very much, Landon. Very, very well said. I wish that I could say that I knew him. I didn't. I did not know him, but we spent so much time looking at his designs, and seeing them everywhere. Like, you didn't know. I mean, like people like me, we didn't know him, but then you feel like you kind of did, because every time one of his knives came across my table, I was like, wow, this is just absolutely off the wall. It's so completely and totally different from everything that's out there. Even if it is a frame lock or a liner lock, he could take those generic locking systems and build this incredibly unique, absolutely, from outer space design around the thing, and you just couldn't help but be in awe, whether it was your taste or not, you know? So... yeah, we lost a very important piece of knife world history, and I mean that. I don't think that's, you know, I think that's an understatement. It's far from an overstatement. I think I mean that's his designs are going to be legendary for a long time to come. Let's see here. Really happy I got the Plexus Thin. Yes, cool. Ryan Small. Really cool to see so many knights in here tonight. Thanks to everybody who's hanging out with me. Very casual. I've said this many times, guys. These are I love giving stuff away. I definitely do. But those are chaos. And I think we all know, even though we are getting into summer and the population of YouTube is lower, I actually don't expect to break any records next weekend because this is a low population time, especially considering what the world has been through in the last few years. People are kind of itching to go outside. So it's not likely that my 100K event is going to break any population records. However, I still expect it to be absolute chaos. And those are fun in a certain way, but they're also very stressful. So doing just a classic laid-back MC Live and just chatting with everybody just felt like what I wanted to do tonight. So I'm really happy that the 270 of you who are in here right now chose to do this evening. Thank you. What is the Excal 16? What's happening there? Is one of them like not working correctly? No, that one's working. That one's working. That one. What about this one? Oh, that was weird. Somebody's emoji thing popped up as like the text form. Yeah, they're all working. Okay, never mind. The guy was like, oh my God, is he going to type those out one at a time? Oh, I'm sorry. Complex. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Oh, man. What's up, Kyle? How are you? I have some really exciting things. Oh, so I don't know if you guys noticed. This is my new Shirogorov F95 Zero. This is the new F95, and I was just casually just making my rounds on the internet. I go to Recon 1, and this bad boy is just sitting there, brand new. And I was like, what? They must have just got like a batch of them. Nope. Bought it, sold out. They had one just sitting there. Brand new F95 Zero with all the new trimmings. Yeah. Had to go for it. So this is essentially, you know, the F3 is basically an F95, but it's in liner lock form. And for those of you asking, which do you like better? I still like the F3 better. This guy has a super heavy detent and it fires very hard. It's going to take a lot longer to break this guy in, but it is very smooth. I like it a lot. It is actually a little bit thinner than the F3. And it's an exposed frame lock. But yeah, I had to, I told myself a long time ago, I'm going to own an F3. I just got to wait for the right one. So what do you mean? Is it a giveaway or for sale? The F95 is mine. I'm not giving that away. The stuff that's being given away is a giveaway. It's not, I'm not selling any. I'm not going to ask you guys for money. No, the next weekend's giveaway is like a free for all to enter giveaway. I'm going to draw a random name, one entry per person, and whoever's name I draw, like, you get the stuff. So somebody tried to get one, but their card declined. I can't believe that I got that F95. I'm pretty pumped. So, Texas, I know, I'm just kidding. Well, I was like, wait, why would I hey, everybody, I'm doing a celebratory knife sale. What an awful thing to do. Help me celebrate. For a second, I was like, I thought he was dead serious. Can you imagine if I was like, help me celebrate 100,000 subscribers by buying my stuff? at a 20% markup. Oh my God. Believe it or not, I have actually seen, and these channels are no longer in existence. This was a while ago. I actually have seen, not marking up their stuff, but like, you know, kind of doing like, I don't know, manipulating circumstances so they can sell. Like, if you're gonna do that, it should be a lot more less slimy. I don't know. I always tell people I sell stuff on Patreon to people who support me there, but I try to cut the prices in half, and I tell people what I'm gonna do with the funds. It helps me to create new content and stuff. But I don't know. Sometimes I see knife sale events and I'm like, especially if the price is higher than what retail is. When I see that, it's like, oh God, really? Come on. J Gemini M390, what's up, man? Make sure you guys subscribe to J Gemini M390. Like the live, also thoughts on TVK for Sinner. I just don't want to, honestly, I don't want to be a part of that at all. It's okay. I don't mind you asking. Just say it right now. In the very beginning, I found the first punches from both sides pretty cringy. I thought both sides were kind of acting like children. And then I waved it off. And then I was very disappointed to see how Rick Hinder Knives finally responded. That was disappointing as a Rick Hinder fan. That's really all the more I care to go into it. You guys know I'm anti-drama, and truthfully, that whole thing has nothing to do with me. It is between those two entities, and I sure hope they resolve it soon because it is really painful to watch. Anyways, Ducky, thanks for, and seriously, totally fine. J Gemini, you asking me that, I knew somebody was going to at some point, so totally fair of you to ask that question. Ducky, thanks for donation. Very, very generous. Imagine asking people for money. You can just have some money. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. You guys don't need to donate. Let this. I know what happens every time I do this, but just let me give back to you. Let me do that. I can't afford, I know it's kind of like, oh, well, it's still promotion when he gives stuff away. He's still, generating ad revenue and he's still generating subscribers. Well, sure, but I'd rather give away something than nothing and just be like, well, so let me give to you guys, please. You just feel free to just kick back and relax and look at this rectangle with knives. Thank you, Ducky, for that donation. Very kind of you. Hey, sorry. Get your hands on a Case X Kinswa, or take mine for review. I don't think I've ever had any Case knives on the channel. You send me a picture of it on Instagram, and I will consider it for sure. Let's see. Didn't see you try the Holt Morpheus yet. I have a review coming. Is there somebody in here I should be aware of? I can't. Tri-State EDC, what's up, man? How are you? What is up? Is that your name? Is your first name is Cole? Is that correct? I'm assuming. Usually when I see the same name over and over and over again, I assume it's another content creator. So I just want to make sure and get your name solidified in my head if it is, in fact, Cole. Or maybe I'm just wrong. Yes, Cole. Okay, perfect. Good deal. Hello, Cole. Hello. No, this is not the giveaway event for 100,000 subscribers because we're not quite there yet. This is just a casual hangout. We're just kicking back, having some fun, enjoying the calm before the storm because I know how it's just going to be a big stress-filled, crazy hour next weekend. So this is not a review. The lanyard, that thing's awesome. That's so funny. 2 uploads daily has to be a lot of work. Glad it's paying off for MC. Thank you very much. I have, scheduling is down now to, kind of I've gotten into my flow. So it is a lot of work, but I've reduced the stress dramatically from when I started doing that. In the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like, hey, if I'm going to grow, I should be making a lot of content. And I wasn't really thinking about it. And now I have my flow down and I've kind of figured out how to do this the right way. So I always have 30 to 40 uploads waiting to be uploaded that nobody has seen yet. And that really helps, where I can plan it out and casually record stuff and be calm and not be fighting and panicking to get something up the same day. There's always something scheduled. Whenever you watch an upload, you're watching something that I recorded anywhere from days to weeks in the past. And it's all very carefully planned out. So. I must say I've got my 2 favorite knife channels in one live stream. Sweet. Oh, cool. Nice. I thought you were going to say you have 2 live streams going at once. I was like, how dare you? How dare you not give me your full attention? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You bunch of goofers. Let's flip some knives out here real quick. Just get them out. River's Edge Cutlery exclusive Spyderco Shaman and CTS 204P with the bronze FDE PVD. It's been outfitted with Flytanium titanium scales that have been Cerakoted black. Yeah, that's a special boy. David L, thanks for the donation. Is that a brachial? Go B110. I don't know what that means, but yeah, this is a brachial. And it is very powerful. Microtech brachial. The very impressive McNeese Mach PM, is it Mach PM2 3.5 inch or Mach 2 PM? Anyways, this is the 3.5 inch version, and it is substantially more impressive than the 3 inch version, but I may have handled an older 3 inch version. Look at this action. This is beautiful. The fit and finish on this is, oh my gosh, it's night and day versus the one that I handled. The Crane's Cutlery exclusive Riot Jack 1.5 in Mogatai. The ZT 0392. This one's been modded a little bit. We have the Shuograph F950. That's the new boy. The Shuograph F3. We have the Vero Axon. We have the Demco, the true American Demco AD20 in CPM 20CV. We have the Signature Series Winter Blade Co. Factor Special Edition. We have the Pena X Series Crane's Cutlery exclusive Texas Trapper in, I think it's like a red, like a magma fat carbon and Damasteel. We have the new, very impressive Sandrine Knives Monza in tungsten carbide and zirconium. Wow, that thing is a cutting machine. Brown Knives, FSD. Oh, and that's the end. Sorry. Upward Inflection hinted that there was another, but that was it. RK Corey, I just answered that a little bit ago. I think it's really cringy, both sides of it. I can't stand it. I don't want to be a part of it at all. So any time there's like legal threatening, I'm just like, no, I'm out. I don't want like nothing. I don't want anything to do with that. Kyle Roberts, bust out that arch nemesis, can't get enough of them. I would, but it's underneath so much stuff because I have my I have 2 Pelican cases now, and then I stacked a bunch of stuff on top of it. I don't want to tip anything over. Let's see. Hey, I appreciate you saying that, Steel Oven. I really do. Thank you to those of you who understand my stance on that. I really appreciate you understanding why I'm just kind of throwing my hands up there. David L, thanks for the donation. Thanks for the stickers. Buck 110. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Let's see. So close to 100K. Can you taste it? I'm excited, but it's just like, well, it's just a number. Like, it's an important number, but it's not like, like you get, like a golden beam of light comes through your ceiling, and all of a sudden there's like a fairy that grants magic wishes or, gives you a Ferrari or something. It's just like, that'd be cool. I'm pretty sure YouTube sends you a plaque that's like, thanks for generating a crap load of income for us, but you're still pretty insignificant. Doesn't it say something like that on the plaque? Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. YouTube is actually, aside from demonetizing me twice, they actually have treated me fairly by giving all of my, I don't know if you guys knew, not only did they remonetize me, they gave me all my money back, which I think is pretty rare. So yeah, and they've left me alone since then. So I don't know, maybe I can't really complain. A participation plaque. It's the equivalent of a participation award. Why were you demonetized? They said that, are you ready? They said that my content was dangerous and falls under the firearms violation policy. Or the firearms violation part of their policy. And I kept emailing back and saying, what? What? Well, that makes no sense. And I was like, look, I have a lot of content, but you're not going to find a single, right? So long story short, their algorithm was accidentally flagging me for a lot of traits that are associated with channels that create content that is a violation of their policy, and they figured it out. So they corrected it, and then they got me again, and then they said, you need to change a couple of things about your description. A lot of people thought it was the affiliate links. No, affiliate links are not a violation of the policy. No, it was my lack of a description, actually. It just was the same stuff over and over again, and there was no key identifier of what the videos were about. And I was like, oh, well, so I just got to type a sentence saying, like, this video is a review of the Spyderco PM2, and they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the algorithm left me alone. So, stupid robot thing. This looks dangerous. Demonetized. Yeah. Look at all those guns. Look at all those chickens, or whatever they. That was more Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Mustard! Don't let's be silly. Oh man, I watched Alice in Wonderland probably 2,000 times as a kid. The scene where the mouse is trying to get out of the tea party and they won't let him leave, and I don't know why, they open up his watch and they start just buttering it and putting jam in it and dumping sugar on it, and the mouse is like, no, I need to leave, and you're ruining my pocket watch. And they keep sitting him down, and then the thing goes nuts, and they smash it with a hammer. And then they say it's 2 days slow. That scene is actually really, really hilarious if you go back and watch it as an adult. I laugh so hard at that scene. It's so stupid. Oh, man. What are the requirements? Be watching. That's it. I'll have a video that'll state the date and time for the live event. I will probably make a separate video so that people who cannot attend can still enter, but I'm not sure about that. The reason is because bots have figured out that they can get into that. So if I make a video and I say this is the entry for the giveaway, it will now get flooded with bots, which is a huge problem. So I don't want to do that because people fall victim to the Cash App scam. So if I do a live event and make the entry video private and unlisted, unlisted, not private, unlisted, and within the description of the live stream, the bots don't seem to be able to get to it, which protects you guys. So, how do I like the brachial? It's awesome. The brachial's awesome, and it's actually a good EDC size. Hold on to it the first time you fire it, even if you're used to really powerful autos, because seriously, that thing is very powerful. It fires so hard. I should give you that Shaman? No. But I appreciate your interest in it, Weston. Your ongoing 2K giveaway is swimming in tech spots, man. Dude, doesn't that suck? Can you guys go subscribe to Tri-State EDC, please? Please do that for me real quick. His name's right there. Can you click on it? Can you just click? No. Can you? I don't know. Subscribe to him. Here. Here, hold on. You sub to... Hold on. I'm going to make a poll for you guys. There you go. Real quick, if you guys could just do that poll. I'm going to give you guys a hint. There are 3 correct answers in that poll, but that's not the definition of a poll. Listen to what I'm saying. There are 3 correct answers in that poll. It's up for you to decide, how you want to answer. If you answer incorrectly, make it correct real quick. Okay. Thank you. Please. And thank you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you a hint. 38% of you have answered incorrectly, and I'll need you to, find a way to correct that, and then come back and answer again. I'm sure Tri-State's like, dude, why are you doing this? Why? Don't do it this way, man. Don't make it weird. Democracy. Oh, man. That was funny. Okay, how do I... Oh, there we go. Okay. No, not top chat. I want live chat, you doof. Okay, there we go. All right, good. All right. I expect to see his sub count go up by the exact number of people who answered yes, at least. I will do the math. And then absolutely nothing more. Except make threatening remarks. Threatening and exaggerated remarks. Well, his Gatorades are noisy tonight. It almost sounds like glass. There we go. Let's see. That's true, Kyle. But I have a feeling that everybody who answered, a lot of people who answered yes after they subbed or preemptively and then went and subbed. And then we just have some, we got some honest people in here too. Fancy Mexican Gatorade in the glass bottles. I think this is German Gatorade. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Gutenaid. Jaegerade. Yes, I did, Scott, and I have it right here, just looking at me. It is right here. It's not opened. I know you, and all I know is that I think there's a bunch of people who did something, and I think that something is in that box, and I am infinitely curious to find out what it is. So, yeah, it's just eating away at me. I actually put my iPad on top of it so I would stop looking at it. Because it's so hard to have a box here in a room full of knives and not open it. Especially when it says, don't open it until you have your 100K. Do you know how hard that is? It's so difficult. Oh, there's something that Scott sent me that I can't open until 100K, and I'm gonna do it live. So that's my final surprise. Something for me, I guess. So pretty cool. Very honored. It's just a solid block of Zerkatai. I can't. That actually would be really cool. I would just sit on the couch with it. My wife would be like, "Can you put the plan?" I'd be like, "No, his name's Randy. Do not. How don't you dare disrespect Randy? How dare you? Randy and I are gonna go make sandwiches. Randy, the block of Zerkatai." Yes, I do have to respect that 100K. I feel like it's bad. It's bad juju. It's bad. Like bad like negative energy from the universe if I open that box before 100K, right? What's a great butterfly knife? I actually don't know anything about butterfly knives. You'll have to ask somebody in here who knows more about me. Humongous. I actually don't know if there's a way that I can tell who exactly the 100,000th subscriber is. I don't know if I can actually do that. Best sandwich knife. I don't know. Probably the Spidey Chef. Be pretty good at cutting sandwiches. Friends with Cedric and Ada's Blocky. I feel like Blocky would be like aggressively sexually attracted to a solid block of Zerkatai in like a bonnet and lipstick or something. Bricky. Yeah, I'm sorry, not Blocky. Bricky. Bricky is the one of the most amazing characters that Cedric and Ada or Pete has thought up, second only to the legendary Uncle Randy. Uncle Randy is like a household term now in the knife world. What is that thing that I laughed so hard when he's like, I got my egg and my cheese and I wiped my butt on the grass or something. I could not hold it together. I was laughing so hard at that. I think there's some episode where Uncle Randy's like just singing about what he's doing and he's eating a hard-boiled egg and a brick of what looks like Swiss cheese and he is literally wiping his butt on the grass. And I just... I didn't know how to handle it. It's so funny. Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. Here's why I don't do butterfly knives. I don't know enough about him. And, like, it's kind of a different... It's kind of the same reason I don't do a lot of fixed blades. I have so little experience with them. It's kind of hard to review them, you know? Quinn Wilson, thanks for donation. I'm new to the channel and I've been trying to catch you live, but of course it happens when I'm at the gym. Bruh, listen. Those pythons can wait, okay? Whatever day it is, they can wait. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to drop those plates, okay? Get that hoodie back on. Walk to the front door. Get back in that Nissan Altima or whatever it is you're driving. You drive home. You listen to me all the way home. You plop down on the couch. Make a sandwich, turn the TV on, get me on that TV. In fact, get me on all your devices, and don't think about working out for another couple of days, okay? I'm just kidding. If you're working out, keep working out. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just saying literally whatever comes into my head. I like to listen to Knife Nuts podcast while I'm at the gym. I just throw on a random episode and listen. That's what I like to do. It's either like aggressive metal, aggressive like electronic music, aggressive orchestral music, or it's Knife Nuts podcast. That's just what I listen to. Stasa, what's up, man? Thanks for the donation. What's up, MC? I hope you're having a good day. I am. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day. Guys, make sure, once again, if you're not subscribed to Stasa, go subscribe to Stasa. Great guy, great channel, really cool. Been around for forever. Landon Trina, thanks for your donation. Cedric Canada, Spyderco Advocate, you're welcome. Is that the episode? Okay, cool. I'm going to watch that as soon as this live stream's over. I laughed so freaking hard. Some of the episodes with Bricky, I like the commentary where Bricky serves as essentially like it's Pete's way of predicting how his unaware audience is going to mock the video. It's so well thought out. It's such a perfect character. Oh my God. So man, Pete is legendary. Nicholas Stutzman, welcome to Knights Around. Knights, raise your sword for Nicholas. All hail. Enjoy the badges and swords, man. If you're wondering what just happened there, Nicholas joined my Knights Around membership program. You can support my channel and at the same time gain access to your own badge, which will appear by your name. Those little multicolored helmet icons beside people's names. They change colors as you rank up over time. And you'll also gain access to the Excalibur swords, which my Knights are showing off in chat. It's actually the third link in the description of this live stream. It is $1.99 a month. And you have permanent access to this stuff, and it'll show up in live chat. It'll show up under the regular comment section, under videos. Basically, it lets me know who is supporting me directly. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so there are 262 people in here, and roughly 53% of you said no, you're not subscribed. So that means about 140 people are not subscribed. There better be an additional 140 subscribers on Tri-State's YouTube, or so help me, I will write you a nasty letter, okay? And I will fill it with near profanity. Not actual profanity, but a lot of gosh darn it's. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Craig Brown. Hey, what's up, man? Wow. Really? Holy cow. What's up? You guys see the symbol there? That's just this gentleman here. We were talking about this knife and how much I love it. Honored to have you in here. Very much love the FSD. And yeah, that was very kind of you. Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. Legendary stuff. Kevin Bargmayer, welcome to Knights Around. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Enjoy the badges in the emoji system. All hail. Same with Quinn Wilson. Welcome to Knights Around. Raise your swords. And also raise your swords for Ducky. Very cool. Welcome to Knights Around, guys. Very kind of you to support my channel. I'm pumped. I'm honored that Greg decided to pop into my live stream. That's cool. I've done nothing but sit on the couch and play with this, and just also, my God, the edge is so thin. It's ridiculous. Listen, you know it's thin when you can hear it. It's bitey and sticky, and you can hear it going sink, sink, and little fibers of the dead skin on my thumb are just popping off in every direction. So Mike picking that up. God bless America. That is a thin boy at the edge. You can. Yeah. Isn't that? Yeah, you guys know, right? That sound, like you hear that, you go, oh, yeah, well, yeah. That's a sharp edge. I mean, I'm sure it depends on, it's also like how it's connected to the frame and the internals of the pivot. But you get that. It seems like it's much more audible when it's very thin, or it's like a long, like super aggressive hollow grind. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. For all I know, Mr. Brown could go, no, that's not accurate at all. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're a fraud. It's what he could say to me. But I feel like that's the case, right? Super cool guy. You ground mine extra thin. Oh, crap. Oh, oh my God. It sure does slice, man. Oof, man. It's just like the paper is fearful. It's like watching a cow on a conveyor belt to a slaughterhouse. The paper knows it's about to die. They're ground to, wow, really? Oh man, that's crazy. It is. It's very, very thin. Noticeably. I mean, I got a lot of thick behind the edge knives out here on the table, but yeah, noticeably thin. Mr. McKenzie got that platinum helmet. Member for 25 months. Super cool. My favorite YouTube channel. This proves it. Cool, man. Thanks. Very, very kind. Very cool. And lots of platinum helmets in here tonight. Very cool. Yeah, flick it again. So first off, now after handling this, I'm like, okay, now this is it's not actually a traditional like plunge lock. Maybe I shouldn't say traditional. It's a button operated liner lock, just to be clear, but I've found that I actually prefer manipulating the lock on the non-show side with my index finger. It feels more natural than using my thumb. And anybody who is left-handed that has experienced any number of the plethora of button lock knives that have come out in recent years, you've all been operating them with your index finger. And I bet you're like, you know what? Those right-handed people are idiots. It's easier like this. So I don't know what the motivation was for putting it on the other side, but I think that was a smart move. It's cool. I like it very much. You guys like that sound? That reverberation is nice. Hey, what's up? Ricky, very cool. Ricky has literally been here since the beginning because he was in some of my first uploads. Am I late to the party? Just got here. Well, it's not the 100. It's not the true 100K. We're just having fun. We're just hanging out, doing a casual thing. You know, the calm before the storm, or whatever. That's the saying, right? Yeah. We're just hanging out. But I'm glad you're hanging out with us, man. Ricky's YouTube channel is now, he just crossed over 5,000. Garage Gym Gains. He has just crossed over 5,000, I think, which is pretty cool. The Factor and the FSD at the same time. They have two different sounds. So, let's see if I can get my brain to do this correctly. Do one higher than the other. Yeah. So here's the Factor Ting and the FSD. It's a little different, but they both have their own ting notes. Ting. Ducky, thanks for the donation. You guys are being like way too nice right now. Seriously, thank you. That's very nice. Ducky, very kind of you. He says Ricky is the party. Ricky is a party. Ricky has that platinum. Ricky was one of the first 6. Were you the second night ever, Ricky? Or the second or the third? I can't remember. Ricky was one of the first 5 for sure. I think he was the second. You and Ricky still owe us a throwback review. I do, but he lives in Kansas City now. So he's like, 4 hours away, which apparently makes it impossible. The next time he's in town, we'll have to do something. Thanks for that donation, M. Very kind of you. Shots of Gatorade to 100K. Thanks, man. Second or third, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Singing blades are cool. I like them because usually we just get like a loud click, but having a little bit of shing, like unsheathing a sword, it sounds cool. We like that. We want to hear it. Yeah, Kyle, I think you were. In fact, I'm not. You might have actually been top five or one of the first five as well. So, Kansas City, Missouri. um, Thanks for the great videos. My wallet isn't happy with a 4 Pro Text and a PM2 in the past 3 weeks, though. Your wallet's not happy, but are you happy? That's the question. I've been broken happy many times in my life. And I'll tell you, my knife journey is about 13 years long. And when I started my knife journey, I was definitely spending money I didn't have. Important to get control of your budget, but I remember being like, "Welp, I'm poor, but I've got all these knives, and I've got some Gatorade, and I've got Netflix." So I don't know if I really care. I remember distinctly thinking that, which is weird. Um, Landon says cranberry sauce. Yeah, yep. Those are nouns. All right. How about a look at the pena? The pena is gorgeous. These come in many different colors. These are still at, so these are Riot made. They've got blue, red, green, and purple. Damasteel blades, titanium bolsters, and subframe lock with a titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer. These are beautiful, beautiful knives, and these are an exclusive to Crane's Cutlery. They're super smooth too. Like and also if you don't like to front flip, you can top flip it, which is really easy with these because of how this is jimped up here. Very easy. This is super cool. So it's, it's an old school looking knife with many modern elements. And if you're wondering, Damasteel will perform pretty much exactly the same as CPM 154. So it's pretty, and it'll actually make an excellent user. Excuse me. Best American-made knife for a non-knife guy. For a non-knife guy, probably the Kershaw bare knuckle. Or the Blur. The Blur is probably safer because it is assisted. So it doesn't really have a lot of enthusiast elements, but it's a simple liner lock. You can get it in, I can't remember if it's like 12C27N for the base, or maybe it's 14C28N and then S30V for the upgraded version. It's not a horribly expensive knife, under $100, like well under $100, American made, good EDC profile, just generic pocket knife. It's just like it's far and away the best thing in the Walmart display case. Let's put it that way. The link from Kershaw is definitely underrated. Let's see here. I know, but he said non-knife guy. I know the rest of us are like, ooh, assisted. But if you're a non-knife person, like the assisted element is kind of something that you're like, ooh, cool, right? I mean, let's be real. All of us at some point were like, wow, that knife springs out by itself, right? That's where we all started. So what were we when we started? Non-knife people. So yeah, I mean, the Kershaw Blur is the most recommended assisted knife out there. Let's be real. And it's been that way for a long time. So yeah, there's lots of good options, but bare knuckle, Blur, if you want to go to a little bit more, check out some Spydercos, right? Spyderco Para 3 is a good option for sure. That's this guy over here. These are they're ugly as all hell, but they make incredible day-to-day knives because of how I just tightened this up. Because of how because of how easy they are to manipulate as I struggle to manipulate it. But this guy just got some servicing, and I think I've got the pivot just a little bit too tight. But yeah, and then probably, you know, the best bang for your buck, like the point of diminishing returns for the American knife world is the Knifeworks exclusive Ritter Hogue RSK MK1G2, $160. This is probably the best all-around, like dollar for dollar. This is the best all-around knife that you're gonna get. If you want to be able to really feel exactly what you're paying for it. But the Penguin's not an American knife. Those are not American knives. He's asking about American knives. The stream keeps cutting out. Is it my audio? Is the audio crackling? Because I'm in desperate need of probably an upgrade to my phone and a mic. So I told myself I was going to get all the way to 100K with the most basic YouTube setup. It is literally a $12 camera arm attached to my phone. This is vinyl upholstery on top of a plastic Home Depot table. That is all this channel has ever been. I told myself before I made any professional upgrades, I was going to get to 100K so that I could say that I did that. You know, the style of my videos will remain the same, but there's some upgrades that need to happen, right? It's not my audio, it's just the stream. Okay. What time is it? God, how did an hour go by? I don't understand. An hour. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is truly a crazy moment. This is the last live conversation I will have with you guys before we cross into the weird, at least in my mind, the weird world of post 100,000 subscribers, which I don't know why that's so much different than 50 or 75 or 80 or 10, right? Significant mile markers during all of this YouTube stuff, it went like this: 100, this is a big deal, 100 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers, holy crap. 1,000. 5,000 subscribers, big deal. 10,000 subscribers, that's when I really felt like that's a lot of people. That is really an incomprehensible amount of people, right? After that, yeah, it was cool, every 10 up from there. But after that, it was about 50. 50,000 subscribers. I thought, why? How are there so many people who care about this? 100,000 subscribers feels different and not different at all, but it is. It feels like I'm walking into a weird space, you know? So, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of this channel, whether you've joined recently or you've been around forever. I'm not going anywhere. Not much is going to change after 100K, except for maybe some. I'll probably go ahead and, you know, probably fork over some money for some, you know, a streaming program to catch up with all these new guys who have better live streams than me. Tri-State's a great example of that. And a better mic and things like that. And who knows, maybe, you know, a couple of different things with my setup, but I'm just going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing because you guys seem to like it. So, anyways, this has been fun. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.